We're talking about the Cowboys defense.
You need
here.
the extra poundage that a fullback provides.
Oh, do you?
Know? And welcome back to Couch Football with Luke and Ryan.
I'm here.
There,
in case you didn't
there
see,
you go.
you could
Proof of life to the audience. Ryan is alive. Yeah, I haven't just been doing his voice for the last couple of weeks. I do a great Ryan impression though.
You have no idea how to mimic me.
So we've got we're going into week 16 of the NFL season. We've got some week 15 reactions. We've got a lot of NFL news. We're going to do a Thursday night preview, and then we've got the fantasy window. So let's jump into these reactions. Well, let's start with the obvious. The Bears are back on their Super Bowl path. After annihilating the Browns 31-3, Myles Garrett might have gotten 1.5 sacks on them, but he didn't get the record. So, as long as he didn't get the record, I'm happy.
Record for what?
Most sacks in a single season.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's chasing it. He needs like 2 more sacks to get it.
They did sack Caleb Williams 3 times, so it's not like he got away every single time.
I mean, Browns are a great defense, so that's why it was a very encouraging performance by the Bears offense. Caleb Williams had probably the best throw I've seen a Bears QB make in quite some time, talking multiple years. The pass to DJ Moore, where Caleb was running towards the sideline. So that was fun to see. I mean, and you know what? I'm gonna jump up on a soapbox a little bit right here, just because it annoys me. That play was fun, sure, ill-advised, risky, whatever the media wants to say. But I get sick of how come when Caleb Williams makes a play like that and they score, a 20-something yard touchdown doing it, how come all I hear in the media, there's some people praising it, but I see a lot of people in the media that are like, oh, that's ill-advised, so I don't know if you should make that throw, freaking Troy Aikman and all of them like that. Whereas Patrick Mahomes has been doing that kind of stuff his entire career, and I have never seen him catch this much flack for that. Even the people that praise the play are like, oh, they were like, that was a cool throw, but, Ben Johnson needs to get that under control and make sure he never does that again. Like, what is this? Why is the media never fair to the Bears?
To be fair, like 3 different people could have reached out and grabbed that ball.
But they didn't. And it's the same thing with Patrick Mahomes' plays. Back early on in his career, he was thrown into triple coverage and Tyreek Hill would pluck the ball out of the air and no one would say a word about ill-advised this and ill-advised that.
Give your receiver a chance. Jump ball.
That's what Caleb did to DJ Moore.
It was kind of a line drive, but sure.
Yeah. I wanted to jump up on that a little bit.
The Bears will always be hated for whatever reason.
Their own fans hate them.
Hate's a strong word.
This time of year, most of their fans hate them. So
yeah, it's a fair point. But everyone, especially the Bears fans, will always be very, very critical of anything that the Bears do. So any little nugget that they give them to say, hey, this isn't the team we thought it would be, they're gonna just go over again and again and again and again and remember that time where Caleb Williams threw into triple coverage?
Yeah, how dare you defy expectations and actually be good for once? How dare you? But yeah, the Bears beating the Browns did.
What does that do for their season now?
They are 10-4, and they are now back in first place in the NFC North, mostly thanks to the Broncos beating the Packers, which we previewed that game last week. I took the Packers to beat the Broncos. It got close. I don't remember what Ryan picked.
Ryan doesn't remember what Ryan picked.
Okay, but so Ryan, I guess it's a wash.
Well, we can talk about it just a little bit because Ryan probably, hate was a strong word in reference to Bo Nix. let me clarify.
Hey, I'm just trying to get views, man. No. That sweet, sweet clickbait money.
The hate specifically refers to fantasy because you didn't know when to play him. He'd score 5 points, and then the next week he'd score 30. So that is the hate portion. I'm still,
Ryan, people that view that short are not listening to this.
I am being drug on the Bo Nix train still. I'm just hanging off the back, feet slapping against the tracks. But
I will say
we still on it.
Well, I will say, Bo Nix, I don't know how he ended up fantasy-wise, but I will say, just watching him, it was the best game I've ever seen him play. Purely based off of eye test. He was good. He was making moves in the pocket. He was getting the ball out of he was keeping the ball out of harm's way. He was, I don't remember who he threw it to, but there was one play where he kind of scrambled up the pocket and then did a little last second flip while he was basically getting tackled. And I mean, they went on, they beat the Packers, and I wouldn't say it was a convincing win against the Packers. It was kind of close, but there was not a ton of doubt there once the Packers, we'll touch on it later, but once the Packers lost a very key part of their defense, the game kind of blew wide open for the Broncos. But they already had a lead at that point anyways.
I would be very hesitant, though, in looking at this game in relation to all the others, because this was Bo Nix's best game of the year by far. He was averaging 80, 90 QBR. He got 130.
Yeah.
Which hands down blows all of his other scores out of the water. So it was a great game for Bo Nix. You're not going to have this every week. So
you're not, but as Bears fans, as a Bears fan, I'm glad that he saved it for the Packers.
Right.
Because yes, the Bears would not be back in number 1 in the NFC North if it wasn't for this. And then Saturday night, we're in the time now of Saturday football for the NFL. Saturday night will be Bears Packers, and it'll be the exact same circumstances as the last time they played a couple weeks ago. It'll be winner takes the NFC North, or they take the lead in the NFC North, or in the Bears' case, they'll keep the lead in the NFC North just like last time. So.
And when the Rams lose to the Seahawks, they'll be number 1 in the NFC.
No, because
home field advantage for the whole playoffs.
No, because the Rams and Seahawks are both 11-3.
Oh well. We can dream, can't we?
We can dream past this week, but this week there's
a couple more games. There's 3 more games.
There is no path this week in which the Bears end up being the first seed because the Rams and Seahawks are playing each other. Revisiting another one of our previews from last week, the Bills beat the Patriots, which I predicted. I don't remember what Ryan said once again. I think you said Patriots actually, but I won't put words in your mouth.
Hey,
I'll let the audience figure this out for themselves. Go back and listen to last week.
Bills.
It was a good game, though.
It was a high-scoring game. I don't know if you call it a good game, but
it was entertaining for me. I got to watch.
Just happy that James Cook got some points.
James Cook got 3 touchdowns, but Travion Henderson also got 30 points for Rovers. Which brings me to my fantasy update.
Fantasy reaction. Oh.
No, my fantasy update.
Oh,
So I had to play against Rovers, a former league champion from 2 or 3 seasons ago. I don't remember anymore.
Couple seasons.
And my team, we're the 6th seed, we're the underdog, and he's the 3 seed or something. So, low expectations, but he did score 88 points last week. But turns out having Travion Henderson, Trey McBride, Nico Collins, DeAndre Swift, turns out that was a little too much for my James Cook, Bijan Robinson combo. I also had Christian Watson, who left the game early with an injury, which, what could have been. But, yeah, so Rober stuck it in and broke it off. What
do you mean by that analogy?
It is what it is.
Can you explain the imagery you're generating with that?
So he stuck it in, Ryan, all right?
Okay.
And then he broke it off.
Okay, I don't think any more needs to be said then.
Nope.
If everyone understands.
He cranked it all the way up to 11 and then ripped the knob off.
Luke lost his matchup. That's what it boils down to.
No, not just that matchup. I lost both of my matchups that I had last week. I'm out of the playoffs in 2 leagues.
We don't care about
I'm clinging to one league now.
You don't care about that other league.
Oh, I care about that other league because I lost because I didn't play Tyrone Tracy. But yeah, my team did fine. Scored 158 or something like that. Just happened to play a team that scored 170 something. That was originally projected like 130. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, and we're not going to look into you could have beat any other team in the playoffs that week, but, it's...
Were there teams outside of the playoffs that I couldn't have beat? I think I could have beaten any team last week except for his. Maybe Nolan. Nolan scored Nolan had a good game, I saw. But.
Those matchups, you should have won one more game, and then you wouldn't have had to play Rovers.
Hey, I was just happy to be in after selling JSN for a second-round pick. Okay, but yeah, fantasy reaction continued. Kyle Pitts. KP. Thursday Night Football. I mean... my condolences to anyone that had to start their week off hopeful for a playoff win, and you're playing against Kyle Pitts. We play tight end premium in the league that we're all in, and what was it, like 45, 46 points?
He might have shot 50, 51.
Yeah, so 3 touchdowns for Kyle Pitts. Buccaneers defense, not a good play. I played them. They got 0 points. They allowed 400-something yards, which this is not really fantasy related because nobody played him. But Kirk Cousins, his career against the Buccaneers, he plays like 50% better if he's playing against the Buccaneers. I saw it was like a meme. It was his QBR, which is scale of 0 to 100, versus across his career is like 70 or so. I don't remember actually. But then against the Buccaneers, he's shooting like a 90. Like, dude is unstoppable when he plays against the Buccaneers. He's also, I don't think he's lost a matchup against the Buccaneers the last like 4 times he's played them.
Three tutties and 370 yards is pretty good.
Yeah, no, he has the Buccaneers number for some reason. Oh, Ryan, we have a fullback shout out.
Are you a big man? Huh? I'm talking to you.
I thought you were going to forget this.
And you were sitting on the couch next to me when it happened. You knew exactly that this was going to happen.
It's like the worst segment we...
We've got Minnesota Vikings fullback, Mr. C.J. Ham, taking it in for a touchdown, like 2-yard touchdown, but still a touchdown nonetheless. Took it out of the strong formation. He lined up as the fullback in the strong, so he was kind of out there to the right, and it was just... nice little handoff and power through.
They could have given that ball to anyone.
Nuh-uh, he needed the extra poundage.
We're talking about the Cowboys defense.
You need the extra poundage that a fullback provides.
Oh, do you? You can't use them
running
as a
backs
blocker.
Typical running backs like 210, you need that extra, 30, 40 pounds that the fullback
30, 40 pounds? That's a fat guy.
Well, if it's Patrick Ricard for the Ravens, freaking that dude's 300 pounds.
Well, everybody's a different body type.
Other reactions, Bengals got shut out by the Ravens, which they beat them on Thanksgiving, so don't really understand how they can go from beating that team fairly convincingly to getting shut out by them.
Ooh, Joe Burrow's back. That's what happened.
Joe Burrow was back then on Thanksgiving. That was his first game back.
I don't know what happened then.
Yeah. Chiefs were eliminated for the first time since 2014. Ryan, quick pretend to be a little kid and be like, but Balut, the Patrick Mahomes was drafted in 2017. What do you mean that they made the playoffs 2015 and 2016?
You kind of slid up into you aged as you got that sentence out.
Well, I can't keep in that register forever. But no, yeah. So Chiefs, this goes all the way back to the Alex Smith days. It like they haven't been eliminated. I mean, I guess they didn't make the playoffs with Alex Smith, but yeah, that's a 11-year run that just died, or I guess a 10-year run because they missed this year. So, R.I.P. Chiefs dynasty. That's what I'm saying.
It's just 1 year. We'll see what happens next year when Mahomes gets back from his ACL tear.
Travis Kelce probably retiring. I think the odds are likely that he will retire, is what people are predicting now. But who knows? I mean, maybe he will try to run it back. A lot of people said, if they would have won the Super Bowl last year, he would have just retired. And the only reason he came back is because he didn't want to go out getting blown out. So maybe he doesn't want to go out missing the playoffs. I mean, we'll see.
What if it happens the same way that Tom Brady's retirement happened? And we're talking about the fake retirement where it was a report, Tom Brady retiring, and then like a month later, he's like, this guy.
Yeah, or he'll be back in 5 years like Phillip Rivers.
Dude, Rivers?
He's going to show up. Kelce will be what, like 40 at the time? And he'll be like, I'm here.
You know,
I'm here to play tight end for you young whippersnappers.
Phillip Rivers threw a touchdown this past week.
He did.
Like,
He also... I mean, we could talk Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers, did you watch some highlights or anything on that?
I didn't watch any highlights, and the stat line doesn't look too impressive, but they lost.
So I watched some of the game. They had a shot to win the game, though. They had a shot to beat the Seahawks. So I watched a decent chunk of the game. I was watching Red Zone for the afternoon slate. And then I went back and I watched every pass attempt of Phillip Rivers' first game back. And I'll say, the fear of, getting hit is definitely still there. I'm worried for when they play the Texans. I'll say that. I've been subscribing to the joke that Rivers versus the Texans is going to be a form of elder abuse. But
He is a grandpa, so yeah.
I mean, he avoided contact fairly well against the Seahawks, and the Seahawks have a solid defense. But the one thing that I was concerned about the whole time was arm strength. How much of it is gone? And I think that's a legitimate. I believe after watching him play now, it was a legitimate fear. Like I said, I watched every pass attempt now. The only pass that went 30 yards was his last play of the game, which is he was literally just chucking it as far as he could because time was running out. They're trying to get into field goal range, and it was a pick. So yes, I don't think I said it last week, but the big concern for me was, can he still throw the ball down the field accurately? And it doesn't look like he can. All of his passes were within 10, 15 yards.
But he can still check it down to Jonathan Taylor about every play.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, the owner should be ecstatic about Phillip Rivers.
So if you have him, like myself, hope for him to do a lot of screens to old JT.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers, worth the $55 bid that he went for in our Dynasty Superflex?
Oh, no. Especially not for Dynasty. Even if you do need a QB for the... Granted that he came in and, he could be somewhat familiar with the system already.
He was better than Brady Cook. And he was better than... what's his name? Shoot. He's better than Brady Cook, and he was better than Kenny Pickett, and...
Shadur Sanders?
No, Shador's not available on our waivers. But I'm just talking about players that were available, in those type of leagues. So he was the better option, but those other guys went for $0 bids, not $55. So
probably better than Tua as well.
Yeah, well, we can get to that in a second. Do you have any more reactions?
Well, I need to touch on, since I'm a closeted Saints fan now, I need to touch on the Saints beating the Panthers, knocking the...
It was impressive.
No, the Panthers have no hope of making the playoffs.
What? No, they...
Okay.
They've got a 25-30% chance.
They were 7-6. They dropped to 7-7. So there was a shot that it could have happened. It did not. So I'm just saying that the...
Who's your favorite Saints player, Ryan?
Tyler Shuck, obviously. Shuck it deep.
Just because of Dynasty?
Yeah, well, in there a little bit. I do hold a candle for Vele as well, but he's from the Broncos, so I don't know if you can technically... he plays for the Saints now, but he kind of moved over there. He didn't originate there. But Tyler Shuck, next year, we might have something. Who knows?
Yeah. All right, so there it is. Statement from Ryan, a self-described closeted Saints fan. Very happy about their upset against the Panthers.
Very closeted.
Once again, it turns out Panthers defense versus Saints, not that good a play in fantasy. So, okay, let's go ahead and check in on the news team.
News team, assemble!
Okay, so let's start out with some of the big ones. So we talked about it a little bit earlier when we were talking Broncos-Packers. Micah Parsons, MRI confirmed, torn ACL, out for the season. And torn ACLs at this point of the season, it's tough to say if he will be back by the start of next year.
For a normal person, that's a year recovery. They're wanting... Oh, man.
Yeah, but these are professional athletes, Ryan, all right?
Yeah.
And he gets paid the big bucks. Dude's the highest paid non-QB in NFL. It depends on who signed their contract first between Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. I want to assume it's Parsons because he got to the team a lot later. But
I mean, I might throw Parsons out there on crutches even. He might be better than some people still.
get him out there in a wheelchair. So, yeah, I mean, it's a brutal injury. It's never fun to see. You know, we're Bears fans, but it's never fun to see anyone get injured, especially superstar players. The main thing was, like, just the way he buckled on it in the play. Like I said, I was watching Red Zone during that afternoon slate. I was at a family Christmas party, and, you know, you got to just, you know, you're just sitting there, you know, pretending like you're not watching football on your phone, but everybody knows you're watching football on your phone. I mean, it's pretty obvious. And watched him buckle, and it was like, oof, like, pretty much immediately knew that it was probably ACL.
Those injuries they're not fun to watch. I wince every time.
Yeah, Packers playoff odds got decimated after that injury. Well, not only because they lost the Broncos and lost the lead in the division, but also the Parsons injury dropped them way down on people's power rankings. It dropped their Super Bowl odds. And it's a tough situation because they dealt 2 first-rounders for him. They gave him a massive contract with a lot of guaranteed money. And a lot of people saying, you know, they did it. They sold everything to win a Super Bowl this year. And I'm not saying they aren't going to be contenders in the coming years, but yeah, it did kind of feel like this was going to be their biggest shot for a while. Because in like a season or two, they're going to be in cap hell when it comes to Jordan Love and Micah Parsons contracts. Someone is going to have to restructure because they're going to be like $50 million over the cap.
And Jaden Reed, Tyler Kraft, and
Tucker Kraft. Are we talking injuries or are we talking contracts?
We're talking contracts.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
there's other people that...
That's true. I mean, Kraft will have to get paid eventually.
But Packers are borderline top 10 defense, or they were before Michael Parsons went out. So I can imagine that he'd be impactful, but I don't see them dropping down like bottom half of the NFL for defenses. So they'll probably still be a top 15 defense, even with him gone.
Yeah, they're decent. Also in that game, talked about this a little earlier too, Christian Watson got injured. They called it a chest injury, which is weird because I thought it was a shoulder in the moment. He left the game. Like I said, it was kind of brutal for me in fantasy, but he left the game. But they're saying that they expect him to suit up for Saturday. So Jaden Reed managers like Ryan are punching the table.
I needed Jaden Reed to be good this week, and I might still play him. Who knows? But all the touchdowns are going to Watson. So I mean, what's the point?
The worst thing that could happen is if Watson plays and he's on a snap count, and they don't say anything about him being on a snap count. A lot of people won't play Jaden Reed in that case, and Christian Watson will probably play just enough to steal a touchdown.
Just wait till fantasy window. Jaden Reed might be on it.
I thought about it, but the Christian Watson thing scares me.
Yeah.
So, Patrick Mahomes. So we talked about the Chiefs a little earlier. So he also diagnosed with a torn ACL. So just like Micah Parsons, unsure if he'll be ready for the start of the season next year. Obviously, it's a little easier on a QB than an edge rusher. Obviously, Mahomes, I mean, he's been really mobile this year, but torn ACL is not the killer that it used to be when it comes to that kind of stuff, when it comes to offensive players. Nowadays, I kind of feel like a torn Achilles is the new torn ACL of old. Like, 10 years ago, a player was tearing an ACL, you're talking like, oh, will they be okay going forward in their career? That's not really a thing anymore. And now a torn Achilles, 10 years ago, a torn Achilles was like, oh yeah, their career's over. And now guys are coming back from them. It's just, you know that they're going to be impacted from it. So yeah, he's out, but the Chiefs also got mathematically eliminated. So, I mean, I don't think he was going to get shut down for the rest of the season, but I'm sure that they were probably thinking about it because they didn't have anything left to play for at this point.
Hey, it leaves an opening for the stash to come in and make some magic.
Gardner Minshew. Who did not. I was the only person to bid on him in our Dynasty League. I'm just saying, he's a quarterback, and there's no other quarterbacks that are available on the waivers. Okay, and then Luther Burden, Bears news. Luther Burden and Rome Odunze both did not practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. Obviously, they play on Saturday night. So, looking like it's going to be DJ Moore and Colston Loveland. And then, Zacchaeus will be there to drop a couple passes. But, so Bears are going to have to be prepared to not have, their number one receiver in Rome Odunze and a guy that's been really looking good the last couple of weeks in Luther Burden. Luther Burden looks really electric. Like I'm really excited for his future.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Swift used to be a pass catching back for the Lions, so just throw him out wide.
Yeah, we'll see. They kind of talked about shutting down Rome Odunze for like maybe Ben Johnson almost kind of alluded towards like a playoff push, but it's like you're in the playoff push right now, man. Like. His quote was, "We might need to save Rome Odunze from himself a little bit."
I think they're in the playoffs regardless now, right?
So 10 wins gives you a really, really good shot. Technically, to clinch this week, they need to win, and the Lions need to lose, or they need to tie the Packers, and the Lions need to lose.
Their worst record would be 10-7. That won't make the playoffs this year?
It's really tough to say this year because the thing about this year, normally you're right. Normally 10 wins is the magic number. This year, though, we have not... I don't know if it's ever happened. I'm sure it's happened at some point in NFL history, but over the last 10, 20 years, I don't think it's ever happened where you get to week 16 and there have been 0 divisions clinched. There's 3 games left in the season and there has not been a single division clinched in the NFL. Not even like the Rams, because like I said, they've got the Seahawks have their same record as them. They're nipping at each other's heels. So you're probably right. 10 wins should give them I'm sure their odds are up to 75-80%. But yes, there is still a world where they are not in. Speaking of Bears news, a little non-injury news that I just want to shout out real quick because I personally find it funny. The Bears are exploring options in Western Indiana for a new stadium.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Which, I feel like I made it known the last time I was talking about sports betting in the state of Illinois. I kind of hate the state of Illinois that we reside in. So it's funny to me how many legislators are kind of freaking out about the Bears potentially just leaving the state. Because the thing about the Arlington Heights move was they're still staying in the state. They're still bringing revenue into the state. They hop over the border to Western Indiana. See you later. So, I guess the Illinois governor was making comments on it, calling it betrayal or a slap in the face or something like that. So, found it funny.
Yeah, but it would be a loss, but would it be a terrible loss? Think about it. Bears tickets might drop in price.
That would be nice.
That would be a positive.
I mean, honestly, for us, we don't live in Chicago. We live 3 hours south of Chicago, and the thing about it is I am pounding the drum for Arlington Heights or pretty much anywhere outside of Chicago because when we do go to Bears games, we get stuck in Chicago traffic going into the city, and then we miss the whole first quarter of the game. And like Ryan said, tickets are not cheap. So Arlington Heights, I looked at the route from where we live to Arlington Heights, and yeah, it's about 15 minutes longer than Soldier Field, but it's probably going to be a lot less traffic. It's a completely different route, too. It's not even the same type of interstate, or it's not the same interstate. So, I hope they move to Arlington Heights, because I would like to have a couple things, I'd like to be able to park at the stadium, possibly for a reasonable price.
You're asking too much.
Yeah, parking at Soldier Field is limited for those who don't know, and the price
$60 last
we
time?
paid $60 for a preseason game, and that was years ago. Regular season games, it's $100 something for parking. So yes, I'd like to be able to park at the stadium, and I would like to not be stuck in traffic for hours. So yes, a little bit of complaining there from a fan's perspective.
Do you want to go to the game this weekend?
I'm not going to the Colts game.
Bears Packers are only $400 to sit on the corner in the highest seat you can find.
Did you see there was a lot of YouTube shorts of people at the Bears Browns game? Kickoff temperature was 3 degrees. A lot of people like opening up sodas and them freezing like right as soon as they open it. Freezing
That's
solid.
pretty funny.
There's a video of a dude just sitting there eating spaghetti out of a plastic bag. Like Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, man. The depravity.
Big news that came out today. Today's Wednesday. Big news that came out was Tua Tagovailoa has been benched for rookie 7th rounder Quinn Ewers.
Oh, my goodness.
They're not going to Zach Wilson. They are jumping straight to Quinn Ewers, who has been serving as the emergency quarterback for most of the season.
He's been going up and down the depth chart.
He has, yeah. He did get some game action a couple weeks ago, threw a 40-yard pass, which looked kind of decent. So we'll see what he's got.
Can't do any worse than Brady Quinn, right?
Brady Cook.
Brady Cook. Who's Brady Quinn?
Yeah, that was Brady Cook was pretty bad, but I'll say Ewers. I was looking at his college highlights, looking at his college stats a little bit today. Looked decent in college, so we'll see what happens. There's a reason he fell to the 7th round though. So
he's got a massive chip from that. He wasn't supposed to fall that far, and he did, and so.
Yeah, well, Shador was potentially a first rounder that fell to the 5th.
He's gonna come out. Ewers is gonna come out and throw 4 touchdowns, but also 4 interceptions. He's just gonna throw the ball for the heck of it because
he's gonna be Jameis Winston 2.0.
Yeah, he's a 7th round pick. What's he got to lose now? Might as well throw as many passes as you can. Audible all run plays.
Ryan, real quick question: who has Quinn Ewers on their taxi squad in our Dynasty Superflex? Oh, it's me.
What are the
I saw
odds?
this coming from a mile away. I was like, Tua getting benched this year. Not even for Zach Wilson, for Quinn Ewers. I called this back in September. Check the tape.
Hey,
roll the tape. No. Roll the tape.
After he has a decent game, then maybe it'll be a benefit. Right now, it's not a benefit.
Hey, I'm just saying, I had 0 draft picks in the rookie draft. I inherited this team. 0 draft picks. I'm liking my taxi squad. I got Shamir DK for the Titans, who's kind of looking like their number 1 receiver nowadays. I've got Torrey Horton, who was a beast before he got injured and before the Rashid Shaheed trade came in. And I got Quinn Ewers. So, all my guys are getting game action, Not everyone could say that about their taxi squad when they didn't have any picks.
This is not the Luke
I'm patting
news.
myself on the back.
Luke Dynasty news segment.
Oh, but it is. The segments are whatever I want them to be. All right. Now let's transition to the Luke Dynasty news segment.
That's what I thought was coming.
I have a drop for it and everything. Okay. So news but yeah, Tua is looking like he's out. We'll see what happens. He's slated to make $50 million next year.
He's not just out. He got benched.
Yeah. But $50 million next year. We'll see what happens. I'm a little confused. Like, don't you find it a little bit odd that they're not going to Zach Wilson, who's been serving as the backup most of the year? I mean,
must have been sleeping with the coach's wife or something.
Oh my gosh. There are so many players where, nowadays, we talked about it last week. It was a segment last week. There are so many players that are playing better on the team that didn't draft them. Maybe Zach Wilson is one of those stories. Maybe he just needs the opportunity.
Krosky Merritt was a 7th rounder, and he's starting.
Yeah. Running backs are a little...
That's about the reaction you should
Running backs
to.
are a little bit different from QBs. I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe Quinn Ewers will be really good. Who knows? Okay.
Shadur Sanders, 6th round pick.
5th round.
5th round.
Threw 3 interceptions last week. Is that a brag?
I'm just saying he's getting playing time.
People are really memeing the whole legendary thing. Which... can't blame him. It's pretty funny. So
legacy and legendary.
Legendary. It's like the Russell Wilson Mr. Unlimited. Okay. All right. I think that's it for news.
Are you sure it's it for news?
I mean, Saints ruled out Devin Neal and Devon Vele, and Alvin Kamara still isn't practicing. So who's playing running back for the Saints this week?
I like how you went to Saints. It's like you know me,
Yeah.
But
Brady Cook is starting again this week, by the way.
Oh,
so
shot of redemption. It's nice that they get a couple. I mean, Josh Rosen got so many shots. At least give him 3 or 5.
It's not even a benching for Tua. He has been demoted to QB3. Zach Wilson is ahead of him on the depth chart.
Oh man, somebody got a slap on the wrist.
And Rashee Rice is in concussion protocol.
Xavier Worthy. Play him.
There's a lot of news, Ryan. I mean, what specifically did you want to get into?
Well, I mean, we can also talk about Adams being out for Thursday for the Rams, but we'll talk about that.
We're previewing it.
We'll talk about that later. I wanted to mention some old news that was just shouted out on Pat McAfee this week.
The invention of the cotton gin.
Exactly.
That is old news.
It was a game changer for sure. No, Brandon Ayuk. Have you heard this?
I did hear about this. Yeah.
About his contract. The Niners have voided his contract, his guaranteed money for the 2026 season. That is $27 million-ish is being voided by the Niners there. And this is the article I saw was November 22nd. And then I saw it on Pat McAfee this past week. But this was decided back in July, before the season even started, is what Shanahan said. So I feel a little perturbed that we as fantasy owners did not get any news about this, because I had him on my IR slot forever.
Yeah, but I told you that was a bad idea a couple weeks ago.
There was no way he was ever coming back. But yeah,
much like Joe Mixon.
I wonder why they voided that contract, or how they were able to void it for the 2026 season, because it's guaranteed money. And the only reason I can think of is Ayuk didn't want to play. So if he thought he wasn't going to be the number one receiver, I mean, he's like, I don't want to play for you guys if I'm not going to be number one. They traded Debo, so he's like, oh, Ayuk's number one now. Then Pershaw comes up. Then Juwan Jennings breaks out.
Yeah. That's another thing. Ricky Pearsall or Pershaw, or however you want to say it, aggravated his PCL injury. He's also dealing with a low ankle sprain, so his availability is...
He's been in and out this year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, he got shot last year, so...
I think you're playing Juwan Jennings over a lot of... You're playing him over, like, the Zay Flowers and the...
Save for the fantasy window.
Okay.
And then this one, I mean, we shouted this one out over the course of the last couple of weeks, so I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up. The Commanders have decided to shut down quarterback Jaden Daniels for the final 3 games. All it took was 1,000 injuries and them being mathematically eliminated 2 times over from the playoffs.
It's probably a good idea. Sleeper still has them with points, so, maybe they think he's coming back.
Okay.
I was looking at top pickups, and it was like, Jaden Daniels, 18 points. I was like, what?
That news report comes out, and then they're like, on second thought, we're putting him out there. He needs the experience. Oh. He needs to know what it's like to fracture a tibia.
Nope, they have changed it.
Okay. They better have changed it. I'm playing Marcus Mariota in our league. I need those points. Who else am I going to play? Bryce Young? He just lost to the Saints.
Didn't he score like 30 points 2 weeks ago, though? 3 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Pretty good.
I don't know who to trust. I've got Sam Darnold, Marcus Mariota, and...
We'll give you some picks in the fantasy window to play.
Well,
Oh yeah, that's what we do here.
Okay, so I think that's it for news. Then we went over it for sure. Now, Ryan, we've got real quick before I end it. We've got some breaking news. Caleb Sauter has entered a new betting contest.
How is that?
He's got Blake Corum over 38.5 rushing yards, Matthew Stafford over 183.5 passing yards, and Jake Myers, 7.5 kicking points over. Takes the over on a lot of things. Probably not a good strategy.
Is that the line on those guys? Matt Stafford only 180 yards? That doesn't...
it's a pick on sale. It's a promo on Sleeper. Shout out Sleeper.
Do we have to shout them out?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We want them to be our sponsor.
They're going to sponsor a podcast.
Someday they're going to sponsor this podcast.
30, what?
They sponsor the footballers at
32 viewers?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
32, but really it's just me 25
Not to belittle any of them. There are people, and that is impressive.
Me and my 25 different devices.
So at least 6 viewers out there actually watching the pod, or listening to, or, interacting with.
All right, let's go ahead and transition. All right, so we've got our Thursday night preview. We've got the 11-3 Rams at the 11-3 Seahawks. I feel like we've been teasing this one the whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan is going to pull up the betting odds, and then I'll run through the injuries as Ryan was talking about earlier. Devontae Adams has been downgraded to doubtful. So Rams are going to be shorthanded. Puka's going to be getting doubled even more than he normally does. Possibly tripled. Who knows?
Can you do that?
Probably. But yeah, so Devontae Adams is the only real injury on the Rams side, and then the Seahawks, their left tackle is going to be out, and that's about it for them. So two relatively healthy teams at this point in the season. So
Cool.
let's check the betting odds. I'm not even going to try to guess because I honestly don't know who's going to be favored.
Two teams with the same record.
I assume it's going to be the Rams by a tiny bit, but I'm not sure.
Do you have a mention for the spread?
2?
One and a half. Terrible guess.
I wanted to say 1.5 so badly.
The spread is -1.5 towards
The Rams.
Seahawks.
Seriously?
Seahawks favored to win.
Just because it's the home game?
I don't know
It's
what.
gotta be.
I don't know how they do their metrics, but they're favored to win.
Yeah, I was going to say the Rams are still the favorite for the Super Bowl.
Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's got to be because of home favorites. But, yeah, I mean, so this game, some of the last couple of Thursday night games have been boring for me at least. Just not super exciting matchups. The Buccaneers getting upset by the Falcons was kind of funny, but like not a ton of implications for it. But I will say this game's got a lot of NFL implications. Not only does it have a lot of fantasy stuff in it, because a lot of these players are going to play in fantasy, but also
Puka Nacua gonna tear it up.
So is JSN though. We got the number 1 and number 2 receivers on the year in this game, and then this game is for the NFC West. I mean, this is for the lead in the NFC West, which the Seahawks haven't had for weeks because the Rams have been on a tear. And then whoever wins this game will be the current number 1 seed in the NFC Conference. So a lot riding on this game for these teams.
It will be a game of heartbreak for fantasy, though.
You think? You think there's going to be underperformancing?
I did not mention the over-under. The over-under is 42, which is a real low.
2 really good defenses. I mean,
Yeah, 2 top 5 defenses. Top 5 defenses. Either JSN's going to be held to like 10 yards, or Puka's only going to get...
You're hoping for that because you're playing against Caleb.
Yeah. Puka's only going to get 10 catches instead of his 20. There'll be some very unfortunate things happen for fantasy.
It's okay. Michael Wilson, discount. Puka Nacua will still be okay, though. No, he won't, actually. Marvin Harrison might come back.
Well, save that for later. Might be a fantasy.
Marvin Harrison, you stay out. You stay out if you know what's good for you. Everyone on Sleeper wants you to sit out.
What was it? Calm down. Just
Just take it easy, man. Just take your time.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was limited in a walkthrough. Someone on Sleeper commented, "How are you limited in a walkthrough?"
If you can't walk, then you're limited.
But yeah, fantasy-wise, I mean, Matthew Stafford, he's been as close to being a must-start without being a must-start as you can be, I think. So Matthew Stafford, I think you're starting him almost everywhere. Kyron Williams, you're probably starting everywhere. Blake Corum, at this point, I'm starting Blake Corum in most places.
Might at least flexing him. He's been doing well.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb thinks he's going to get 38.5 yards.
Well, the past game, he might have split carries. He got 11 rushes and 71 yards, and he's had a touchdown.
He's efficient.
In the last 3 games, so
yeah.
At least you're looking at him for goal line work.
It'll be fantasy drafts next year. It'll be very interesting if they hold on to both running backs. They have both on the roster next year. It'll be very interesting to see how far down the board Kyron Williams slide and how far up the board Blake Corum comes.
Why not hang on to both? I mean, you saw Montgomery and Gibbs.
Yeah, I mean, it's the new thing in the NFL. The new thing in the NFL is running 2 backs.
Monungai and Swift.
Yep. There's plenty of examples.
Dowdle and Hubbard.
Aaron Jones and
Mason.
Yep, Jordan Mason.
You can tell who has the real football knowledge here.
The thing in the NFL though nowadays. I think it's to try to preserve running back careers, try to lengthen them out a little bit. A lot of teams run 2 running backs now, and it's almost a 50-50 split for most of those teams. So yeah, I mean, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum. I think they're startable. I don't love the matchup though, but it's hard to argue with opportunity. So I still think I'd play both of them. Puka Nacua, you're never gonna not play. How do you feel about this Kanata Mumpfield, wide receiver 3 for the Rams?
Not well.
Yeah.
Doesn't Whittington or Atwell slot into that?
Jordan Whittington. Yeah. Honestly of the non Puka Nacua receivers in this matchup, I don't really like any of them. But if I had to like DFS, if I had to like just grab one for cheap for my DFS lineup, probably Tutu Atwell, because Tutu Atwell, he can get that 140-yard catch. And he's done it before. He gets the one deep ball opportunity, and he'll make the most of that one opportunity. And if you get 5 points from it, you're like, that's not bad. Jordan Whittington got 0. So if I had to pick one for that type of scenario, I think I'm going Tutu.
I've always been in Tutu Atwell's corner. He just doesn't get the playing time, and he can't shine because he's next to Puka Nacua, and he's next to Cooper Kupp. Go back a couple years, and he's next to Devonta Adams. So if he was on his own team, I think he would do well. Well,
yeah.
He'd need a quarterback to throw to him, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Colby Parkinson, he hasn't been bad lately, but I don't love the matchup for him, and I think there are better tight end options. Just my opinion.
That's an opinion.
What's your opinion? You love him in this matchup?
Colby Parkinson is a straight-up G unit. Let me tell you about him. But he's doing well right now. So,
he can catch a touchdown. I mean, he can definitely catch a touchdown. Last week, what was it? Last week against the Lions, they beat the Lions. He had 5 receptions for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's a great performance. Lions are allowing a lot more points from the tight end position than the Seahawks are.
Let's just say I see there's potential with Higbee out. So it's not going to be the rookie. Terrence?
Would you play Colby Parkinson or Harold Fannin?
Fannin gets 15 targets a game.
Exactly.
That's not even
but he doesn't
clear choice. We're talking about a fringe guy to top 5 play.
Top 5?
It's not Travis Kelce out of the top 5 for plays right now. Obviously.
Colby Parkinson or Travis Kelce?
Colby Parkinson.
I think I'd probably lean that way too.
The stash might, favor him a little bit, but who knows?
He did target him when he came in for those 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll go with Parkinson, but I think that's a real fringe pick against a good defense. So I personally, trying to think of the options that I have on the waiver wire. There's Brenton Strange. There's
AJ Barner. Yeah.
No one's doing that.
Mason Taylor. Yeah, a lot of good.
With Brady Cook.
The Muth.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, a lot of good options out. Well, Gesicki might be a sneaky pick.
But Brenton Strange versus Colby Parkinson, I think I lean towards Strange.
Well, that's strange.
I will say with Devontae Adams out, he's not bad. He's a 50-50 play, I'd say. But it's tough. As you know, I hate playing players on Thursday Night Football because if they have a bad performance, your week is ruined before it even begins.
You're upset for longer.
If you play Colby Parkinson, he gets 2 points. It's just gonna eat at you for the whole 5-day span that is the week of football.
And now we have Saturday games to just pile on top of that.
Exactly. Okay, let's flip it over to the Seahawks. So Sam Darnold,
are you starting this guy?
He's all over the place, but I have to start him where I've got him, so I'm starting him. But
well, you're a braver man than most.
It's gonna be a competitive ball game, and that's why I think you can trust him.
This will be his up week. It's every other week for him, and he was down last week, so he's up this week.
Pretty much, but yeah, in competitive games, like he should rise as long as the defense isn't. The problem with Sam Darnold is that the Seahawks defense is so good, he doesn't have to do much in a lot of these games. If they force him to do a lot, then he should perform, but I don't know.
I think you have to start him. He's a top 10 quarterback on the year. You just got to play him.
Wishy-washy. You're a braver man than most, huh?
Just trying to make you regret your decision somewhat.
All right.
And then come in and say, yeah, it's all right.
I'd play Ken Walker. I won't play Zach Charbonnet. That's where I draw the line with the Rams defense with that matchup.
I don't want to play either.
Okay. JSN, you're never not going to play. Cooper Kupp, you're probably never going to play. Rashid Shaheed, you're probably never going to play. Torrey Horton still on IR. AJ Barner, I'm not playing. Yep.
There is some note for Shaheed. 7 targets, 74 yards last game. So
special teams touchdown.
You could talk me into playing him. You gonna play Shaheed? You gonna play Jalen Waddle with Quinn Ewers as your QB?
I'd take the mystery box that is Jalen Waddle.
I'm gonna have to make this decision. So,
and then honestly, the 2 biggest must starts in this game are probably the defenses. Not really, because both these offenses can score points, but Seahawks defense. I mean, I don't know if you can bench them. I don't think it matters what the matchup is. I don't think you can bench the Seahawks defense. The Rams defense you might be able to pivot to, but
top 10 defense and top 10 offense. So, it's an interesting game.
Well, what last week taught us is that streaming a defense isn't always a good idea in the playoffs. I should have just stuck with the Broncos defense last week instead of pivoting to, I don't remember Jags, I think. I should have just saved the roster spot for somebody else and just played the Broncos.
You wanted to do the Jags.
Yeah, I know.
And Robers took them.
That was in a different league. I had the Jags in the league that I had the Broncos defense. I had the Jags. So
you're playing both defenses.
I think you are. Maybe the Rams you can find a stream for, but I'm not sure.
Top 5 in points allowed. Both are top 10 in sacks. Top 10 in interceptions. I mean, you playing them.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's pick a winner.
The popular pick has been the Rams. 61% of people on Yahoo.
And I am taking the Rams because they beat they beat the Seahawks the first time they played them this season.
Oh, and that's got anything to do with today's game.
The Rams are like the favorite
tomorrow night's game.
The Rams are the favorite to win the Super Bowl. I'm actually shocked that they're not favorite. I mean, like I said, I think it's because it's a home game for the Seahawks. But yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
Yep. Home game for the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Rams.
I have no idea why you would not take the Seahawks. They're favored to win. They have a good defense. Devonta Adams is out. I mean, what more do you need from them?
Money.
Okay. I am going to take the Seahawks if you couldn't tell. Seahawks, and we're going to smash the under again. We're going to do Seahawks, and we're going to do like 37-ish points. So, 21 to 16. We'll go 36. 21 to 15.
All right. Okay. All right, let's do the fantasy window.
Fantasy window.
So I teased this one earlier, and I'm going to just go for it. I'm going with, once again, fantasy window. Fringe picks, Although, can I even call this one fringe? Like I said, teased it earlier. Jawan Jennings versus the Colts.
It's not a fringe pick. You can't.
Is it? Is it? He's
the number 2 receiver on that team.
He only averages 11 points. Who's the number 1 receiver on that team?
Jawan Jennings has been kept since week 2?
I haven't been playing him in the league that I have him.
Well, that's on you.
No. It's because I had Michael Wilson. How can I not play Michael Wilson?
I mean, he's been averaging 14 points a week for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 weeks. But hey, if he's available,
either way, the thing is, Colt.
We're at fantasy playoffs right now, so you're telling people to start these guys, so we can expand beyond fringe picks because these higher level teams have a bunch of wide receivers to play.
Sure, like me.
So
I got to pick between A.J. Brown, Jawan Jennings, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, and I don't remember who else I've got. Michael Wilson.
Jawan Jennings over Stephon Diggs?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Dude, Stephon Diggs hasn't been good for weeks.
He really hasn't. But, that's kind of...
I'm playing I mean, yeah, it is specific to my scenario in this league. I am playing him over pretty much everyone. Maybe even Michael Wilson, depending on what happens with Marvin Harrison. But no, my whole thing about Jawan Jennings, it's Monday Night Football. It's the Colts' 30th ranked defense against receivers right now. 18 points last week, thanks to 2 receiving touchdowns. But 13 points the week before that, 15 points the week before that. He's the wide receiver number 39 on the year. He had some injury time. And then he had some bad weeks early on. So he's not a world beater. But yeah, I feel very confident in his abilities against the Colts. And then he's got Chicago the next week, which if you're still in the playoffs by then, like, he's got a good slate of games coming up. And also, Brock Purdy is better for Jawan Jennings than Mac Jones is. He just is. So
Okay.
yeah, that's it. That's my pick. That's it.
It's not a bad pick. Debatable fringe, but Jawan Jennings has some opportunity here.
It is as fringe as Jaden Reed if Christian Watson is out.
I'm not. He's not my pick.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it is as if Christian Watson is out. I think Jaden Reed is as fringe as Jawan Jennings.
Okay.
Because Chicago's a bad matchup for receivers, or a good matchup for receivers.
Okay. Well, I got 2 picks for the fantasy window, partially because I don't know if this guy can be allowed in the fantasy window. But hey, we talked about him before, and he's only on 38% of teams right now. So I think we should mention him as a potential streamer if your tight end is looking bad. And we're talking about Colby Parkinson.
Come on.
We talking Colby Parkinson. And we talking him because he is averaging a touchdown in his last 6 games. 5 out of the last 6, he has a touchdown. One of them, he has more than 1 touchdown.
So you're saying he is very touchdown dependent.
And I'm saying Devonta Adams is out this next week.
He's touchdown dependent, and he's playing against a good defense.
So let me be honest. For tight ends, it's a good matchup. At least Sleeper says it's a good matchup for tight ends. Anywho, he does not get a lot of targets. However, he gets targeted in the end zone. So what are you looking for in the fantasy playoffs? You're looking for someone who's going to win you the week. Colby Parkinson could potentially win you the week.
Yeah. I mean, like I said when we were talking about the game, I don't hate him. It's just I'm very 50-50 on it because he's a scary play for me. He could get you 2 to 3 points, but he could also get you 24 points. He is a very boom or bust tight end because that's what a tight end that's touchdown dependent is. I mean, you hope he'll get in the end zone.
But someone you can pull off the waiver wire to play. Off the free agency because wires pass. But
yeah. Well, so he's 6. So, yes, he scored a touchdown in 5 out of 6 weeks.
Yes.
The 1 week where he didn't score a touchdown, he got 6 points in PPR. That is what scares me.
Which, he didn't goose you. Amon-Ra's goosed you in the last 3 weeks, so
he got injured.
Yeah. But if that's the floor, if 6 points is the floor, I'll take that all day.
All right.
I think he's probably safer than Brock Bowers with Kenny Pickett, which I have Brock Bowers, and I'm debating.
You watch Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett going off this week.
I hope and I pray, but it's one of those things that we.
Hey, Geno Smith was not the problem with the Raiders, by the way.
We might not see this in our lifetime, But hey, who knows?
Yeah.
Anywho, let's move on to the other pick real quick.
All right. I don't have another one, so it's all up to you.
Yeah, that's what I'll land this ship. No worries. I thought I'd throw a receiver in there just because I'm kind of hurting for receivers, and maybe would consider a fringe pick, and that guy is a wide receiver for no guess.
Is it the Bears? Are you saying Zacchaeus?
No.
I was gonna say
I would never play Zacchaeus. You could not pay me to play Zacchaeus. Even if everyone was out and it was just Zacchaeus and he was going to get the ball every single play, I don't know if you could pay me. Anywho, wide receiver for the Panthers. Does that narrow it down for you?
Jalen Coker.
It is Jalen Coker, which, surprising the non-first round draft pick, coming and standing out. He's gotten a touchdown in the past 2 games. He's got 4 and 6 targets, but 4 and 6 receptions. So he's catching those balls that are thrown to him. In PPR, he's gotten 17 points and 14 points in the last 2 weeks. And they're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which, I mean, Kyle Pitts went off and other receivers, but they're a good matchup for him. Tampa Bay is number 17 defense, according to Sleeper. So, good matchup. Debatable to play over maybe a Jalen Waddle with a rookie QB. It's a tough call for me. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's fringe for sure. But I had a waiver claim in for him yesterday. Didn't get him, but it didn't matter because it was in Couch, which I'm out of. So
yeah, Nerlin got him.
yeah. Instead, I stole Krusty Merritt from you. $0 bid beat a $0 bid.
I got. I think it's because I had too many people. Or did you actually have waiver priority?
I thought I had waiver priority, but I'm not sure.
I
just saw that I got him, and I saw that you were the other team that bid.
I'm happy. So. Well, the only open spot on my roster went to the Bills. So.
Right, just let me have this. All right. Once again, Rovers beat me.
Luke,
Rovers outscored his projection by 40 points last week. Just let me have this, man.
Oh, you took so much advantage of me. You know, that was a solid move. I didn't see it. I should.
There we go.
Look to your greatness.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear.
Oh, man.
Right.
Gotta pump up this guy.
All right, now whisper in my ear that I'm the best.
Oh, my goodness. Now it's sexual for him.
All right. That's it for this episode.
Family-friendly podcast.
Maybe we'll be back next week.
Family-friendly.